How to set up Wix event calendars. Hey everyone and welcome. I hope you're all doing great. In this video I'll show you step by step how to do so. Basically, I'm going to cover how to set up events and have a calendar so people can actually visit your site. And through that calendar, they will be able to see all the events that are available and sign up to them. It's going to be a very simple process, and I'm going to show you from scratch how to do it. So this is going to be for the default Wix. This is not for Wix Studio. So even though you see Wix Studio on the top left, we are going to be using the default one, not Wix Studio. So with that being said, the first step is going to be actually installing the Events app on our Wix site. So to do so, you will need to open up your site editor. So just click on Edit Site from the top right corner from your home page on your dashboard, or Design Site if it's your, first or second time. So basically you will need to open up your website editor, and once this loads in, I'm going to show you how to actually install the app itself. Okay, so from here you are going to simply go to the left dashboard and you will want to go to add apps. And then once you open this up, it's going to open the app market up for you. You want to simply just click on the search bar and tap on events. If you don't see it, just type in events and you should be able to find it right away. So it's going to be clear for you. And it's not the first one, it's actually going to be the second one, which is Wix events and tickets. This is going to be the one that we will need to go with. And then we are going to also add the calendar later on, so don't worry about it. But first, we will need to install the Wix events and tickets. So just go and click on this one and then just click on add to site. Give it a sec. Okay, so once it's actually done installing, you should be able to find a few things that are different on your site. Especially if you just go to pages and menu now, you should be able to find event pages. And within this section, you are going to be able to find events, event details and registration, and also schedule. So the next step for us would be to actually manage events and start creating them. And then we can list them as a normal view or a calendar view for our guests to be able to view our events from. So simply just click on save on the top right. And then once you actually save your site, I'm not going to do it, you can simply just exit out of here and go back to the main dashboard of your site. So right over here. Nothing is going to change for you yet, so you may need to actually refresh the page. And now there's going to be a new tab for you all about events, which is going to be this one right here. So events, published, drafts, categories, and staff. So you can obviously create categories and set them this way. But let's just go ahead and create, generally speaking, just a bunch of events. So we can just go to published. And this is going to be where we can actually create some of these events. To create a new one, simply click on add event from the top right corner. And then once this opens up, you're going to start adding some details about this event. So you're going to do event type, name, description, that kind of stuff. So it's going to be very simple. First thing is going to be event type. So whether it's going to be with tickets or RSVP, like a private sort of event. So either way, you can feel free to pick any of them. It doesn't really make a difference. It's obviously going to be up to you. I just need you to know, however, that with tickets, if you want to be paid online, you will need to actually upgrade your Wix. You're not going to be able to use the free Wix website in order to get paid. Okay, with that being out of the way, I'm just going to stick to ticket events, and let's just stick to this for the time being. But again, remember, if you choose this one, it's not going to make a difference. I just picked the ticket one because it has more options, and I just want to make sure you understand pretty much everything out there. So first thing is going to be the event name. I'm just going to do test event 1 because it's the option that I have here. Secondly, we can actually go ahead and do the image first. This is going to be important because it's just going to highlight the actual event, and especially once you actually have the normal view, not the calendar view, but the normal view is actually going to showcase the picture as well. So might as well add one. Click on the plus icon and just upload media, and you should be able to upload any from your computer. I'm just going to use this one because I have it already, and click on add to page. Next up, we have the short teaser. Now, this is going to be more like a description, but it's going to actually show right underneath the title. So it's going to be a little shorter than an actual description, if you know what I mean. So you can really add anything in here. I'm just going to add some random text. and this is the teasers, just so you can actually see, notice which one it is once you actually see it. And if you want to start adding categories from now, you can even do it from this screen if you want to. Next up, you have the time and date for this event. Now you can make it a single event, so it's a one-time off event. So it has a start date, end date, and that's pretty much it for it. It's gone, it's going to be deleted. Or you want it to be a reoccurring event. So in this case, you will need to just go ahead and add the date and then how often you actually want to repeat this event. Or if you're not sure yet, you can just leave it as TBD or to be decided, and it's just not going to showcase any date for the event. So I'm just going to stick to a single event, and I'm just going to leave the start date and start time and also the end date and time as it is, because I'm too lazy to adjust it, and it's not really an actual event. Next up, we have the time zone. It's usually going to be the same time zone as the place where you want to where you actually want to have the event. Now, if it's going to be an online event, like in this case, you can also take the show time zone part, which is going to basically be automatic depending on where you're actually seeing this from, the entire world. So if someone is from the US, they will see the US time zone and so on, depending on their state and so on. So, show event and the date and time. If this is going to be automatically ticked for you, if you want to turn it off for some reason, you can also feel free to do so. And the show time zone that we just discussed. Next up, we have the actual location. So now you want to specify whether it's going to be a physical location, online, or if you're not decided yet. Obviously, if you want it to be a physical location, you simply just click on that, and then you would want to start searching for your actual location for the event, not your location, but the event's location. If it's online, you will need to connect your Zoom or whichever type of online platform that you actually want to use. Perhaps it's even a link, and you can just go ahead and add this over here if you want to, or if you have, as you actually need. Next up, we also have the to be decided. Again, if you don't really have a proper location yet for the event, you can just leave it at this until you actually do have one, which I'm going to actually keep for the time being. Next up, we have about the event. So this is going to be optional. This is going to be the actual description, and you can even make it a video or about images, galleries, whatever you want, or even text. So this is going to be the in-depth description of the actual event, which I'm just going to skip because I don't really want to. I don't really have anything to type here, so I'm just going to click on create draft, and we are not done yet because if you remember, we selected ticket event. So that means we will need to start creating tickets for them. Now, in order to do so, we're just going to go ahead and click on create draft. And then from here, it's just going to open up the settings for that event. If you don't see this, you can just go back to the main events tab from the dashboard. You should be able to find it within drafts section, and you can just go ahead and click on it like that. So once you open it up from here, it's going to be very simple. You simply just want to go to the tickets and seating option. Click on that and then simply click on create ticket. Now you can keep in mind that you can actually create multiple different tickets. So if you want to have some sort of tiers of gold, silver, and bronze for some example or something, you can feel free to do so. But this is just going to be called general admission. If you want to rename it to something else, let's say bronze, you can feel free to do so. And then we have the pricing method. So it's going to be fixed price. You can make it price options, like for different ages, or maybe pay what you want, or even for free. I'm just going to keep it as fixed, and then the currency is, I'm just going to keep it as it is and just do 50 as an example. Ticket service fee, whether it's going to be on you or on the buyer, it's going to be up to you. And then we also have the ticket quantity. I'm just going to leave it as unlimited, but you can obviously make it limited. So let's say we only can accept 50 people in this event. You can just go ahead and click on this and make it 50. But I'm just going to leave it as unlimited. And then we also have the ticket policy, which you can feel free to change. And then we also have some more advanced settings, but I'm just going to click on create ticket. Now, if you want to, you can feel free to just create another ticket like we did just from here. And just before we get started on actually setting up the calendar and also the default view, we can just go to settings here to just do a few touches here. The currency taxes, things like that. You have all of these from over here. So registration settings, and all sorts of stuff. So if you want to go through them, feel free to do so. If not, we can just go back to the home page and open up our site editor again. Actually, just because I'm just going to add a few more events off screen, just so we have a little bit of we don't only have just one event, but maybe 2 or 3 more. So I'm just going to add a few and then show you how to do the rest. Speaking of which, I almost forgot. You can actually see in the published screen of events, we don't have any published events yet. So just make sure you go to drafts and actually make it public. And you want to do this, otherwise it's not going to show, and maybe you're going to be confused on why it's not there. You will need to actually publish it. So go to drafts, click on this little icon, publish, and it should now be published. Now with that being said, again, I'm just going to create a few more events, and then I'm just going to show you how to set them up on your site so people can sign up very easily. Okay, so now that we have our events set up and everything, and we made sure that they are actually public now, we simply just go back to our site editor, and then from here we go to the pages section, pages and menu, we go to events pages, and we simply just go to the events page. This events page is pretty much where people can actually sign up to the events that are available. So make sure that it is present in the menu, or you somehow, make it available on the home screen. People can click on it very easily, find it very easily. Anyways, once they access the events page, automatically you're going to find the default view, which is going to be this one right here, which is just going to showcase the images for each event, which I forgot to add an image, by the way, for the blue event. I was supposed to add the blue one, I forgot. So this is what happens if you forget to add an image. This is why I said make sure to add an actual image. So you can actually say we have a few things here, like the actual name, the image. We also have the date, which is written in Arabic because of the settings that I have, so don't worry about that. Also the location, and once you click on more information, it's going to show us the teaser, I believe, or the description. So if we just click on preview, we can click on more information, and yeah, like I said, it's just going to show the teaser, and if we added some description, some sort of a description, is also going to show right there. And obviously you can just click on buy tickets, and this is going to take them to the process. Now, let's say we also want to have a calendar view. Now, this could be on this page, this exact same page, or we can just create a completely different page, which is just going to show a calendar view with the different events there. Now, this is completely up to you. Or maybe even if you want, you can just go to the events page, remove this one entirely. Okay, you can't really do it. So you can just go in and create a new page, name it events or something similar, and then just add the calendar one without having this one in place. So if you want to add the calendar one, it really doesn't matter which page it is. You simply just want to create. I just wanted to say add and create at the same time. So add a section, and then once you add a section, you simply just want to click on add elements from the top left corner. From there, you simply just want to go to calendar, and then you should be able to find this one right here. You simply just drag and drop it right over here. It should actually make space for itself automatically. I'm not doing anything. It's just going to do that by itself. Again, I'm sorry about the Arabic text. This is going to be from the main settings that I have for Wix. This is why. But we have the entire calendar, and we can actually see on the 13th, 16th, and 23rd, we have events. So test event 1, orange event, and blue event. It also states the actual dates and times. So people, again, can feel free to, if we just click on preview, people can actually go in and click on these dates, which is now totally different for some reason. Let's just go to May. Okay, there you go. That was on April, by the way. This is May. So if we go to May 13th, if we just click on that, it's just going to open up the button again here for us, and people can actually go and see the teaser for it, and also the button to buy tickets for it. Now, I think the downside to this is that if you have 2 events on one day, so let's say we have 2 events on May 13th, they're not going to show. Not both of them are going to be visible, only one of them. I believe this is a downside that was present a long time ago. I'm not sure if they fixed it or not, but yeah, just keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to customization, you do have a little bit of customization options that you can go with. If it's the first one, if you just click on settings, you're going to have a few things here within the event list settings, like the layout settings, if you want it to be on with a list view or side by side or on image, things like that. Or if you want it to be even calendar, you can even do it from here. And then you can even change the cards per row and things like that. And when it comes to display settings, you have the things that are going to show up and things that are not going to show. Design is going to be changing the background, the colors, things like that, and also the buttons. This is all going to be available from here. The same goes for a calendar. If you just click on calendar here without being glitching, you can actually go in and click on it, and it's just going to allow you to click on the settings bar here. And then once you open this up, you can go to straight to design, because the layout is just, we already discussed this. Display again, which is just the elements, but for design, you can also feel free to change the background color of the calendar. You can change a few things like ribbon design, the borders for the actual calendar and stuff like that. So not a whole lot of customization options, or actually now that you think about it, there's quite too many customization options. I'm not sure how I made that jump, but there's plenty that you can actually work with here. So yeah, once you're happy with it, you can feel free to save and share this page with people, and you're good to go. People can now actually book or sign up to these events using these calendars that you have, and you're set to go. And by the way, for the mobile view, it should be also probably good enough at first, but you can feel free to adjust it. Like right now, for me, it's perfect. It's going to be this vertical scene, and it also goes the same thing for the actual calendar. It's not going to be full. It's just going to highlight the days that are available with any event in it. And this is pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you found it to be informative and helpful, and thanks for watching.